I'd always worked on engines, machines, always been very kind of, how does that work? Let's take it apart. The reason it's challenging for me is because I feel the pain of our customers when they're broken down on a property. You know, that machine has to go. If that machine has to do 30 properties today and the machine's broken down, they're losing money.
Yeah.
If I help them through a problem with an engine or it's not spraying properly or whatever, and we fix it, you know, they kind of feel like I got their back.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Landscaper's Guide podcast. Today I'm excited to interview Brian Middleton, who I just met at NALP's Elevate conference, who surprisingly was a DJ. You're a DJ that I grew up listening to on B96 radio in the Chicago area.
Unbelievable. When I found out you're from Arlington Heights.
I'm from Arlington Heights,
Right.
That's right.
So he goes, I grew up listening to you on the radio.
Yeah.
So
how long, first, before, I mean, we've got to talk about that.
okay.
So before,
All right.
like, how long were you there? What did you
So
do?
I was on B96 for 20 something years. And so pretty big market, number 3 radio market, and had a great time. You know, nobody would ever complain, you know. Everyone would call and they wanted to say, hey, I listen to you guys all the time, love the station.
It was great.
So
Who were some of the artists that you met that came by the radio? Anybody during that time
I
frame?
think I met everybody from Britney Spears to 50 Cent to Outkast to, I don't know, Mariah Carey.
So like what time of the day did you work?
So I was on middays. I did
Mhm.
10 to 2 on B96. And then I also did the mixes on the weekends. So everybody would go out on the weekend, Friday and Saturday nights, and have their windows rolled down, you know.
Mhm.
And they were listening to our mixes. So it was a
I
pretty hot
remember-
station.
Do you remember a DJ Bobby D?
Work with him closely. I just did a mix event with him in Crown Point, Indiana 2 weeks ago. Bobby and I did.
Seriously?
Yeah, there were 5 of
Okay.
us mixers on B96. Bobby was one and I was one.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
listening to you guys as
Mhm.
a kid, and I actually recorded you on a cassette tape.
You had a
I had a
tape,
boombox.
did you?
Yeah, and that actually, so we're doing a podcast right now, and I have all these like wireless mics and
Right.
cameras and stuff,
Right.
but listening to the radio and recording stuff on a cassette tape was what I did as a kid. That,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's how I learned to love recording stuff. So
it was a different time.
It was a different time, but it's also, I don't know, it's really relevant to what I'm doing now and what I did today.
Right.
So
Well, you're on the leading edge of stuff today, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
No, you are after seeing this for sure.
Yeah, so we're right now. I just finished a talk on ChatGPT for sales professional,
Mhm.
and you stuck around to say hi, and here we are. I just thought it'd be cool to have you on the podcast and learn more about what do you do now.
I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm the head of tech support for a company called PermaGreen. We make the stand-on spreader sprayer machines,
Mhm.
and we've been around for a minute, and we've got a lot of new innovations. Now we continue to innovate and evolve, and you know, one of the big pain points that I've noticed over the last couple of days here at Elevate is that one of the toughest things to deal with is employee turnover.
Mhm.
You know, burnout. Employees, you know, after pulling a hose and pushing a spreader for 60 hours a week, they don't want to come back to work next week. So that's where we come in, is that, you know, we've got a small machine that does all properties. So if a person can ride a machine all week, they're
Mhm.
not burned out. They can go home and play with their kids and go out to dinner with their wife and, you know,
Mhm.
have a much better quality of life, we're finding out. So we've addressed those problems, and I think we contribute to the overall profitability of some of these companies, because if they have less employee turnover, those employees are pretty well educated. They can do a great job on the properties, reducing callbacks. It's a win-win-win for their customers.
So how did you go from the radio business into the green industry? Tell me a little bit about that.
I was wondering if you're going to ask that. I'd always worked on engines, machines, always been very kind of, how does that work? Let's take it
Mhm.
apart. And so I went to PermaGreen one day to get some parts for something, and I met the owner, and the owner said, hey, you have a unique skill set. So we sat down and talked about it. And so I took over tech support. So the reason it's a challenging for me is because I I feel the pain of our customers when they're broken down on a property.
Mhm.
That machine has to go. If that machine has to do 30 properties today and the machine's broken down, they're losing money and customers are upset. And with social media today, customers, if they have a problem, they're telling their friends. They're texting, they're on groups. So, we've taken a lot of steps to be unique in the sense that, like, our YouTube channel is, I've got a series of videos. If you have a problem with a machine, you're going to fix it in 6 minutes. You're going to watch this 2-minute video, this 2-minute video, and this 2-minute video. And if you don't fix that engine, you probably need a new engine. So it's not a 26-minute video where you get introduced to my cat. You see
Right.
a lot of
Yeah.
YouTube videos where people just don't
Real
get to it.
shaky videos.
And well, you
Yeah.
got to get to the point because time is money, as you know. So I have live video chat things that I do with customers, my customers, right on a property. Maybe a machine is down. We fix it right on the property. So, it's all about keeping these people going on these machines so they can go
So
out
that's a really
and
cool position. What is your actual job title there?
I'm the head of technical support for PermaGreen. So I take all the live calls from across the country, people with issues, problems with their machines.
How many calls
Thank
Yeah.
goodness there aren't that many.
Well, that's good. So during springtime, how many calls might you field in a day?
When it's early in season, when maybe people are getting their machines ready to go for the season, I don't know the exact number of calls. There's one other person that'll take tech calls there too, but it can vary from season to season. But yeah, early in the season, we'll get a lot of maintenance calls. How much oil goes in this thing? What's the PSI for the tires and things like that. So they're getting their
Literal
machine
phone
ready.
calls, or are they texting you?
Oh no, I take straight phone calls. I'll take live calls right now.
So I'm thinking, so we were just talking about AI.
Yeah.
A lot of those things could be answered by an AI engine
Absolutely.
that you could program with all of these things. And I think I love that you're there I think you said you even FaceTime or video call with
Oh yeah,
people.
I'll do video chats.
And sometimes you do need to do that, but some of these things like how much oil or what kind of oil, I would think you could prompt.
You're exactly right. And we have looked into that, and we are going to implement something like that. But, we have kind of a unique machine in the sense that, and when you're talking about an engine, it's not if the engine won't start, it's not a matter of, it can only be 2 or 3 things. It could be 21 things. So, and what I like to do is get that person on the phone and knock those things out quick and get them going. So, sure, can AI address that? Absolutely. Now that'll free me up to do other things.
And you still need a human. I mean, I think that that human component is really important. There are certain problems that you do need to pick up the damn phone. Is one of my core values at my company is be human and pick up the damn phone. And there's a time and place for that.
I agree with you. And I love AI. I think we all love AI. You've demonstrated here what AI can do as far as saving time for everybody. But I like that personal interaction, and I feel like our customers appreciate that too.
Yeah.
If I help them through a problem with an engine or it's not spraying properly or whatever, and we fix it, they kind of feel like I got their back.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way to the connection.
I believe it.
It really does.
Yeah.
So I have.
Do you ever send them follow-up recordings of you from B96 so they can listen to some music?
No, these guys, unfortunately, when they're down, they don't care much about radio.
I'm kidding. Well, hey, the crew is here. We gotta pack up. It was a pleasure meeting you. I mean, I grew up listening to you as a kid on the radio.
I certainly appreciate that.
And so it's just funny. Like I wouldn't have thought about meeting you.
Yeah.
And then I'm meeting you, and it's like I grew up listening to you.
I kind of know this guy.
I know this guy.
Well, and hats off to you too, because like I said, when I came in here, what you were doing and what you were showing these people as far as how to integrate chat into their businesses. I mean, I was taking notes on it because I'm going, oh, wait, I can use the assistant mode in this way. You said when you get in the truck, sum up the interaction you just had with that potential customer right now while it's fresh in your mind, and then have emails sent out. You're dripping on them so you can keep them, top of mind, and your sales are going to increase.
Absolutely.
And people are out there going, oh man, I'm downloading this thing right now.
Yeah, that was my goal, is to get them to start.
And they did. I watched them. I looked around here. You were up talking, and I'm looking around, and all these guys are going, okay, going to the App Store,
Good.
to get that. So
Well,
phenomenal.
Well, Brian Middleton, where can we connect with you? Are you on LinkedIn or?
Absolutely. I'm on LinkedIn. PermaGreen.com is a great source for our entire YouTube channel for links. And if you have a problem with a machine or want more information on a machine, and we've innovated in a number of different ways. We're constantly drilling down on this machine to address the pain points for the customers. I mean, we truly are every day. And I think that's what motivates me every day, is we got to make this thing bulletproof.
I love it. We'll keep doing great work, Brian.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
You too. Hey, it's Jack Justice. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I enjoyed meeting one of my favorite radio DJs as a kid, and it's one of my favorite things about this podcast is just getting to talk to great people. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe. And subscribe at landscapersguide.com/podcast so you never miss an episode. And you'll also get invitations to my live and virtual events. I'm Jack Justice, and I'll look forward to talking with you next week on The Landscaper's Guide.